73% of Americans have less than $400,000 saved for retirement. Here is what nobody tells you. At a 4% withdrawal rate, that is $16,000 per year. Before taxes. Can you survive on $16,000 a year? Your landlord does not care that you are retired. Neither does your grocery bill. The retirement dream you were sold is a mathematical impossibility for most people, and today I am going to show you the exact numbers they do not want you to see. If you are between 25 and 45 right now, the system has been lying to you since your first job. They told you to put money in a 401k. They told you the stock market averages 10% returns. They told you that if you are disciplined and consistent, you will retire comfortably at 65. But here's the problem. The math does not work anymore. Let me show you why. The average American earns about $60,000 per year in 2025. Financial advisors tell you to save 15% for retirement. That is $9,000 annually. Sounds responsible, right? Now let us run the actual numbers. If you start at age 30 and invest $9,000 per year until you are 65, assuming a 7% average return after inflation, you will have approximately $1.2 million. Sounds like a lot, but here is where it falls apart. The 4% rule says you can safely withdraw 4% of your retirement savings each year without running out of money. 4% of $1.2 million is $48,000 per year. But remember, you were making $60,000 while working. So after a lifetime of sacrifice and discipline, your reward is a 20% pay cut. And that is the best-case scenario. That assumes you never lose your job, never have a medical emergency, never help your kids with college, never face a market crash right before retirement. It assumes you start at 30, but most Americans do not get serious about retirement until their 40s. It assumes 7% real returns, but with inflation running higher than the government admits and fees eating into your returns, good luck. Here is what really happens to most people. They start saving late. Life gets in the way. They cash out retirement accounts during emergencies. They get hit with fees they do not understand. By the time they are 60, reality sets in. The money is not there. So they keep working, or they retire and immediately downgrade their entire life, move to a cheaper state, cut out restaurants, stop seeing family, live in quiet desperation, hoping nothing breaks. This is not retirement. This is survival mode with a different name. Now you might be thinking, okay, but what is the alternative? Here is the truth they do not teach you. Retirement is not an age. It is a number, and that number is not about how much you save. It is about how much passive income you can generate. The wealthy do not retire because they have a big pile of money in an index fund. They retire because they own assets that pay them every single month, whether they work or not. Real estate that generates rent, businesses that run without them, dividend stocks that pay real cash flow, royalties, licensing deals, systems that make money while they sleep. That is the difference. The middle class saves. The wealthy build income streams. Let me give you a real example. Person A follows the traditional advice, saves diligently for 35 years, retires with $1 million, withdraws $40,000 per year and prays it lasts. Person B spends 20 years building a small portfolio of rental properties, 3 paid-off houses generating $2,000 each per month. That is $6,000 per month, $72,000 per year. No market risk, no 4% rule, no withdrawal anxiety. Which person sleeps better at night? Here is another fact that will make you angry. The 401k was never designed to replace pensions. It was created in 1978 as a tax loophole for executives. Corporations saw an opportunity. They killed pensions, pushed everyone into 401k plans, and shifted all the risk onto you. Now you are gambling your future on the stock market while Wall Street takes fees every single year. Whether you make money or not, the house always wins, and you are not the house. Social Security. Let us be honest. If you are under 40 right now, you should plan as if Social Security will not exist. The trust fund is projected to be depleted by 2033. Benefits will be cut by 23% even if they do nothing. And they will do nothing because fixing it requires political courage nobody has. You are on your own. The system is not broken. It is working exactly as designed. It is just not designed for you. So what do you actually do? First, stop thinking about retirement as an age and start thinking about it as financial independence. The goal is not to quit working at 65. The goal is to reach a point where work is optional. Second, diversify your wealth building strategy. Yes, contribute enough to your 401k to get the employer match. That is free money. But do not stop there. Learn about real estate, house hacking, rental properties, REITs if you do not want to be a landlord. Build skills that let you freelance or consult in retirement. Create something you own. Third, increase your income aggressively. Saving your way to wealth on a $60,000 salary is almost impossible. But earning your way there is very possible. Side hustles. Job hopping every 2 to 3 years for raises, learning high-income skills, negotiation. The gap between what you earn and what you spend is everything. Fourth, cut the big 3 expenses. Housing, transportation, and food are where your money disappears. You do not need to live like a monk, but buying a house you can barely afford and leasing a new car every 3 years will destroy any chance you have. Finally, educate yourself relentlessly. The financial industry profits from your ignorance. Every fee you do not notice, every investment you do not understand, every tax strategy you miss, that is money out of your pocket and into theirs. Read books, watch channels like this, ask questions, challenge assumptions. The retirement crisis is not coming. It is already here. 73% of Americans are not ready, and most of them do not even know it yet. The difference between you and them is that you are watching this video right now. You see the problem. Now you have to decide if you are going to do something about it. The math is brutal, but it is not hopeless. You just have to stop playing the game they designed and start building your own system. If this opened your eyes, smash that subscribe button. We drop new videos every week that the financial system does not want you to see. Drop a comment below telling me what you think. See you in the next one.